Hey guys, how are ya? How are ya? Sorry, moving stuff around right here. All right, I am Heather, and we come to you live each and every day, Monday through Thursday. So you get to experience LUMINESS, what we have to offer, anything and everything. And so it's a way to see it being done, talk about it, give you some steps to practice, and then you get to ask questions. And so we are gonna have some fun today. So today I wanted to talk about coverage, spot coverage, because we see it on the infomercial, and I want to show you live that it is possible. And so we will go over that, and then also airbrushing under the eyes. I think a lot of people struggle with that because you do have to spray so lightly. And so we're going to touch on that. But of course, we always like to go over the basics, the beginnings, the starter kits. And this is one of our starter kits. This is the Icon. We also have the Legend, but this is the Icon. We have the Icon Pro. We also have the Breeze, which is what I'll be using today. But it all comes with makeup. So it all comes with 2 bottles of foundation, Love, and blush. Blush is something you're going to use very little of because it does bloom on you. It does kind of intensify after you put it on. And then Love is something that you might not use every single day. I use it more in the summer, but it gives your skin some luminosity, and it just makes you have that kind of lit from within look. And then when you're starting out, what we want you to do is the following. So you're going to hold your Breeze or hold your stylus 4 finger widths away from your face. So you're going to hold it right here and move it around your face. You're never going to stop moving. You're never in one spot twice, but there is overlap. So it's not a race. You're not going over every inch, but you want to keep it moving. And then you want to barely pull back on that trigger. Where'd my water go? I am going to, because I want to run some water through this real quick. When I have a new system, I just always like to run water through it. And doing the water is also a good way of learning, of figuring out like how light to pull back on that trigger. Because what a lot of people end up doing is they put it on like traditional makeup when they first get it. And we know that obviously this is different, but how you apply it is also different. And so you definitely want to do that. We are live. Yes. Hello, Pam. Hello, Linda. Or Lindy, I should say. Hello, Debbie. Hello, Martin. Good morning. Good morning. All right. So we are going to get started, and we are going to concentrate on those problem areas. And because my face wanted to participate and be a good sport, it has a breakout. So I did cover it up just a little with some moisturizer. I'm just going to wipe real quick. It's irritating. I don't know if it's not a bump, but it's some redness. I think because of my glasses, and I worked super late last night. And so I have that little boop right there. And so we are going to do pre-coverage. Now, pre-coverage is something that we do before. Hey, Marilyn. She's like, if you're live, then I'll say hello. I noticed in the car as I was driving over that my eyebrows were not how I want them. They're a little crazy. So I'm going to fix my eyebrows real quick. And just lightly. This is with the, I don't know what just happened there. With the duo, brow duo, where we have one side that is an angled pencil. And then the other side is the gel. Good morning, Cindy. And so I like them. They're on the harder side. They're not as soft, which I like because of the fact it doesn't go on so like that. And then you can just rub it on the top part of your hand to kind of heat it up a little bit, and then put it on your eyebrow. And then I always like to go through and either with a spoolie or something, just kind of brush through and do it that way. All right, I'm going to get my CC concealer out, and we are going to do some pre-coverage, and I'm going to concentrate underneath my eyes and on this little guy here. So I am going to spray him the wrong way, do it the wrong way, so then we can see the right way to do it. So I'm going to put a couple of drops of my CC concealer. So if you're new and you're starting out with some pre-coverage, and maybe you have eraser, eraser only comes in one shade and is super light. And sometimes that could be difficult to put on in the beginning. Why? Because you're going to be overspraying. You're going to be spraying too hard. And so if you want to put a couple of drops of your foundation in it to kind of make it more flesh color, you can do that. Okay. Joy, well, we're so glad you are joining us. We appreciate it. And Joy is joining us. She's new. She is waiting on her package. And so that's always that exciting feeling. But you're ahead of the game now because you are jumping on this live, and you'll know what to do when you get the package. Also check back on some of the videos, and the ones that are like for beginners, or the ones that I've labeled like how to start, those kind of things, where I can really focus on the beginning of airbrushing. Definitely watch those. And Joy, once you get your package, or anybody, in the link below, there is a link to classes. And so we have 2 classes 2 times a week at noon, Mondays and Wednesdays, where there's small group classes, and we go over a little bit more detail on how to practice and how airbrush makeup works. So we'd love for you to join us there as well. Hey, Zandra, how are you? Good to see you. All right, so I'm turning my system on. And then if I wanted to really come in and hit this guy, it's on the wrong side, so let me see. Let me see if I can do it this way. Put my mirror there. All right. So if I'm wanting to make this dude go away, I don't want to spray too hard, and I don't want to do that, okay? Number one, you can see the wrinkles and crinkles underneath my eyes. It's going to accentuate, and a lot of people do that because why? We're used to putting on traditional makeup where we see that instant boom coverage, okay? So that's not what we're going to do. Let me put it here. I can't see. Oh no. I'm like, okay, we're not going to do that because my screen just went out. So we'll do it this way. All right. So if I turn my system back on, concentrating on there, again, you can't see it, dadgummit. Let me switch. Let's go this way. I can do it 2 ways. So I can go in and kind of make some passes. I can go underneath my eyes, make some passes. And you can see how he has started to cover up, right? Definitely not as red as it was. Plus, I'm getting the coverage underneath my eyes. So yes, you can make light passes, but what you really, 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 really want to practice is lightly, lightly, lightly pulling back on this trigger. One thing that I always tell in my classes is get a paper towel, put a few drops, like 5 drops of foundation in here, make your movements, and then lightly pull back on that trigger and airbrush a paper towel. What that shows you is, oh man, I'm barely pulling back on this and something's coming out. And so that's important to understand that as well, because I think for most of us, we don't think anything is coming out. So we pull back super hard on that trigger. And the only time you're going to pull back all the way is when you're cleaning it. Okay. So let me see if I have some stuff left in here. Let me put another drop or 2. Now under the eyes, you still want to spray super light. Now you can come in a little bit closer because we're concentrating here. But if I took if I had this on, held this 4 finger widths away, and I could feel the air here, that's where the makeup's going to go. So wherever you feel the air is where the makeup goes. Sorry, guys. Rose, don't stop using it, hon. Don't stop using it. There is a learning curve, okay, guys? Don't get frustrated. Don't do that. 9 times out of 10, people put it on like traditional makeup. So we just need to make sure we retrain our brains into thinking luminesce and not traditional makeup. So Rose, in the description and our Facebook page, there's a link to a class. Please sign up for the class. We go over details and little more details on tips and tricks on how to understand how it works and how to use it. So if you do that, all problems are solved, okay? I promise. All right, so I'm going to turn my system on. I'm going to look up, lightly spray. Now you always want your airbrush facing directly at you. But when I do it under my eyes, I lightly or very little go, boop, just do it that way. Go here. Now I'm holding off on this guy right now because I want to show you. I'm going in, adding a little bit more. And just covering those problem areas. Lightly pulling back on the trigger. Okay, now see my friend, the redness where my glasses are? Now you don't. Okay, so that spot coverage is possible, but know that you're going to get there. At first, you're probably going to be spraying too hard. So just make sure to spray lightly. It should dry almost on contact. That is how light you're spraying. Now, if you're not there yet, it's okay. The great thing about the breeze, the great thing about airbrushing is it's very forgiving. And so it allows, there's a lot of wiggle room in there, okay? So when I'm going in and I can look up, stretch that skin how I need it, lightly spray, I come down to almost right here. I'm going back to get a little more coverage, a little bit on my nose, because I know I have, I wanted to put the velvet veil on. Dadgummit, forgot about that. Because the velvet veil is back in stock. Go over that a little bit, and now he's gone. Okay, that is seriously how easy it is. But again, it's going to take practice. Zandra, did I say hi to you yet? I did in my head. I just don't know if I verbalized that. So I'm sorry if I missed you, okay? Now I'm going to take my shade 3 in Rose Foundation. Yes, Cindy, thanks for that reminder. Yes, practice before you go to bed. We always say to either practice before you go to bed or do something different before you go to bed, as far as like try a new red lipstick or try a smoky eye, because you're going to wash your makeup off anyway. And so it can be fun to practice right before you go to bed, because then, let me start this, because you're going to wash your face off. So, but just make sure, keep that stylus moving. I'm going to keep it 4 finger widths away from my face, making my moves, lightly pulling back. And when you're practicing with the water, or even just practicing before you go to bed, guys, you can hear it, okay? You can hear when the makeup is being released. You can hear if you are pulling back too hard. You can hear if you are out of makeup. So just listen for those cues when you are airbrushing. And airbrushing, the coverage is done by passes. I don't like to say layers, because layers is like boom, boom, boom. And that's not how airbrush makeup goes on. Airbrush makeup goes on in light little pixels all around the face. And so that's what we're doing. More coverage I want, the more passes I'm going to make. All right. And then I'm going to blow that out. And when I say blow it out, I just blow out what's ever left. And now I'm going to switch to the blush. And I'm going to be using natural blush. Normally, and guys, listen, especially if you're new, Normally, I do my blush first before the foundation. Sorry, after pre-coverage, but before the foundation, because that way it blends. Our blush will come up quite a bit. And so 2 drops of blush is all you want. If you use more, you might look a little cray-cray, so we don't want that. But I am using our natural blush, which is more natural. It doesn't come up as much, and it does have a little bit of shimmer to it. And then I also can come in just a little bit because I'm only focusing on like, whoop, just my cheeks. Do you have to use the little bottle cleaner only to clean the machine? You'll use the cleaner to clean it afterwards, after we're completely done. But most of the time, Joy, you can clean it with water and then use the cleaner like every 3rd day or 4th day or something like that. And then I'm going to use a little bit of this blush on my eyes. Do a little bit more here. But this natural blush does not pop as much. It doesn't come up as much. And it is natural. All right. So now we have, look how pretty that is on the eyes. I love it. Love it. Love it, I tell you. Now I'm going to come in and with our Nude and Naughty palette. Again, if you don't have this one, you need it. It has like 36 different eyeshadows in here endless possibilities on using it. I mean, endless. But since I already have a little bit of shimmer here, I can still keep it natural if I want to. And just with a medium brown, go right in my crease. And so remember that first place that you put the brush is where most of the makeup's going to go. And we want that on the outside corner. And then we use the blending brush to blend it in. I'm going to know it is. Okay. Okay. So right there, I could stop. I'm good with that. But if I wanted to jazz it up a bit, I can go in with a dark brown, even the black, and do a little bit right here in the outside crease. Right there. So Joy, on our eyeshadow, we have, if you go to Luminess Cosmetics, we have, we also have traditional like color cosmetics. And so we do have more that you can try. Or if you want to get the natural blush, that's something you can get as well. But this is the Nude and Naughty palette. I might want to keep it out. So I just did a little bit of darkness right there just to pop up the eyes a little bit more. And then if I wanted to line the eyes, I still line it with the eyeshadows. But I'm just going to go with a medium brown on the bottom. Could even go with a color if I wanted to. Like that. All right. Okie dokie. Now, to do something different, to try something new, I'm going to grab the Allure blush. Oh, which one do I want? No, I want the, because I'm going to do Charming blush, which is our pink. Awesome, Joy. Awesome. I love it. She's like, I'm making my list. And then I'm going to grab my blush brush. And this is, you know, I have the neutral blush or natural blush. I have brown on my eyes. I have the blush on my eyes. And so I want to add a little bit of pink. And so I'm taking this compact and yes, I'm using 2 blushes. I'm going to lightly dust and bring that up a little bit more just to give me some pink in my cheeks where everything's not so brown. Oh, Joy likes the brown. She has that red hair. So yeah. And then, of course, I'm going to use my Dusty Rose lip liner, which is my staple. I did have a little bit of gloss. Hello, Elena. Good to see you. I have like fur on my lip. Hold on, I gotta get that out. Where'd my mirror go? You know when you can feel something and it's like gonna get on my nerves now? This one is a super nice neutral color. You can wear it daily. You can put it, you can line your lips with this one and put red on top of it. You can wear it by itself. Like this. There we go. Bam. And then you can top this with the lipstick. You can top it with the lip jelly. There's so much that you can do with our lip liners. And then, of course, finishing it off with mascara. And we noticed yesterday what a difference mascara makes. Making the mascara face. And I love this brush because it does, the way it's formed, it allows you to really get the mascara on, and then the top part or the tip of this is going to give you a chance to separate it or like get it on the bottoms, is how I do it. Like that. You can just brush it on through. So there you go. I hope this helps. I hope that helps with, I've been waiting a month for the lip jelly and buff concealer. Lindy, I don't, honey. I'm going to check. I'll check again. Let me write this down. The lip jelly is not in. Okay. And buff concealer. And I know we are getting on the powder too. I will check on that, okay? I will check. Hopefully I'll get an answer for you. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. Remember, we're here Monday through Thursday, 10:30 a.m. Central Time. Great way for you to ask questions. If you want to, make sure to sign up for our classes. They're Mondays and Wednesdays at noon Central Time. And so you can click that link in the description. All right, guys. Thanks so much. And I'll see you next time. Bye for now.